establish themselves and take their nether stones.
Just a little more.
Stay back. Stay back. The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Not if they're trying to help themselves to other people's property. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
What do you mean by that?
Shh, sweetheart. Adults are talking. This is guild business, and we'll handle it as soon as we get paid.
Enough of this bickering! You! What's your proposal? You don't exactly look desperate for gold, but I can't help but admire such solid business acumen. Very well. Get the job done, and you'll be paid and be in my good graces.
Do you think you're clever coming in and undercutting us, sweetheart? We were about to make a bit of extra cash before you butted in. You owe the guild a cut.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers. And unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
That was a mistake on your part, sweetie. A mistake the guild will hear about. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
I'm not asking for more. See investment to get me started.
Nearly there now.
Who you calling?
Up on the hill.
Think about it.
Nearly there now.
Stuck here with no
You
point.
see the city? Up on the hill.
You're going to hire all the refugees.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
If the guild come asking, I'll be making it very clear that you took it upon yourself to kill their thugs. I had nothing to do with it. So you should probably get away from the scene of the crime. Duh. But if that's what it takes to get them out of my house, fine. Get on with it. delicious.
No choice but to keep going. Hope your soul is in good hands.
Nothing to do. You're going to hire all...
A shame they had to die, but they brought it on themselves. And I'm the one who has to clean up the mess. Here's your payment, as we agreed. I've got so much to do now, I'd really better get on with it. Excuse me, would you?
Just see investment to get me started.
How many red caps in this?
Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is. Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji.
Meat!
Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful. You haven't heard? The Absolute's cronies have been busy chopping people up like it's going out of style. They won't go near us, of course. Lucretia, Bringer of Night, protects us. And even the Absolute knows better than to tangle with a necromancer. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Blood! Tasty blood! So delicious!
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. First. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Benji? Feast!
Yes! Meat! Meat!
What I got is me.
Sorry, you have red caps in your circus.
Armidius and Fred are cleaners. They've just joined, but are settling in mugs.
Time to push my luck again.
ball bag! Move! My God's to clean! Lucille! It's pose a grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. And Boris, put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up. Interrupting a massacre? Merkel, help me. These three make the art of dance look like a ritual sacrifice. Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally, I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage. But these graceless skellies need my full attention. Enjoy my circus, darling.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Hey!
Can we not find a more pleasant amusement? Gouging out our own eyeballs, perhaps?
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Hey! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first, I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
A bloodthirsty rush of fury engulfs you. You want to butcher the crowd, women and children alike, and soak in their innards. It is glorious.
You, my special assistant. Come on up. a round of applause for the stalwart heart! Now, I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique. Tell me, what makes you special? No, it's not that silly head of yours. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldur's Gate. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
With finesse.
Here comes the punchline.
I always...
Behold the dance of death.
A shapeshifter. And here I thought that I'd slayed a clown.
Damn, Hoots. That new batch burns strong.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take it however you want. Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer. You've put me out of pocket, you know. Raphael bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by. Ah, I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Carilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
Such a rude.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us. I'd ask you to be patient, but you've been patient enough. Now is the time to speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an Illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden, one that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. And if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. You really do think highly of yourself. My sights are set on something much more valuable than your soul. Succulent though it would be. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I don't want to free him. I want to kill him.
Lae'zel of Kalir, do you think you can take a blade to the prince while the Illithid still binds him? Goodness no. If you wish Gith's long-suffering son dead, you need the hammer. Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago. and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited. Ever watching for more than 1,000 years. For a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Skvar, we should do as the devil asks. I cannot slay Orpheus if I cannot break him free.
My favorite future clients. Are you ready to accept my kind offer? Excellent, excellent. You'll find everything is in order. And this agreement will bring us both what we want. You'll save the world. I'll unite the Hells. And the Illithids will be eradicated. A pleasure doing business with you. Before the end comes, you'll find yourself in his presence again. When that happens, use the hammer to shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the hammer safe until then. Your survival depends on it. And our deal depends on your contract. I'll keep it safe for you in my House of Hope. Everything that ends badly. You just bought a chance to ward off the ending for a little longer. Now, I have business elsewhere. But rest assured, we'll talk again.
The ink has barely dried, yet you feel a growing disquiet at what exactly you just signed. Perhaps a Diabolus can offer some comfort. Or a way out. For a devil's bargain is a hard one to break.